Today is Good Friday. On this day, we are called to remember Jesus' passion and death. The story is familiar to us all. But perhaps this year provides us a unique perspective on the Good Friday story. Normally, we'd be gathering together as a community to commemorate Good Friday. Walsall Town Centre would have been the stage for our walk of witness. Normally, we'd walk with people not just from our own congregation, but with people from different denominations. A whole spectrum of faith is represented at the walk of witness, ranging from those of profound faith to those who are curious to learn more. Crucially, though, no matter what our differences, we are together. We gather together, we walk together, we worship together. But that isn't how that first Good Friday was. Jesus' final days were filled with anxiety, filled with a knowledge of what he was to go through. Jesus truly had to wrestle to prepare himself for the cross. In the days leading up to the crucifixion, a momentum gathered around Christ and his disciples. A momentum that would ultimately end with Christ's painful death. The reality of Good Friday is that Jesus was almost entirely alone when he died. Most churches have roods. A triumphal cross that depicts Jesus in his final moments. Beneath that cross, on either side, stands his mother and John. Two solitary figures. Jesus, who went to weddings, who went to dinners with both sinners and priests. Jesus, who fed 5,000 people, who surrounded himself with 12 disciples and who commissioned another 72 besides, ends his life with just 2 people at his side. So what of the others? Peter, having denied Jesus 3 times, leaves his rabbi in tears. He tries to return to his old life. But how can he after all he's seen and experienced? The other disciples, for fear of persecution, have either fled or are watching the crucifixion from a safe distance. They and the women in Christ's group could only watch as events unfolded. They could do nothing to help their Lord. They could offer him no comfort, no reprieve. After so long together, after experiencing what must have seen a golden age of being in Jesus' company, of hearing him teach, or witnessing his miracles, or being able to call Jesus a friend, now they're all scattered to the winds. Only Jesus' mother Mary and John remain. And even they can do nothing. Even they are isolated in their trauma and grief. This Good Friday we can't gather together to walk the way of the cross. This is a bitter disappointment for many of us. For many, the Walk of Witness is one of the most profound events in the church calendar. But perhaps this Good Friday is more reminiscent of what the disciples, of what Mary and even Jesus would have felt. For now, like Peter, Mary and John, we are separated from our communities. We too are reeling from dramatic changes. We can no longer do the things that for so long we've taken for granted. Like the disciples on that first Good Friday, like Mary, we are living with a profound trauma. Just like the disciples, and before them like Simeon and Anna, like the nation of Israel, we have no choice but to become a people who watch and wait in faith.